Hi everybody, Ruben van Roon Drum Channel once again, and today we're gonna start a very special series. The hidden treasures of drumming, the big secrets. I want to share with you some big secrets. I'm a professor at the Conservatory in Amsterdam and in The Hague, and I teach a lot of students, and I'm always teaching about a couple of big topics. And for me the big topics are, why do other musicians want to play with you? That's the most important thing. See yourself as a musician and not as a drummer. I always was very interested in why does people want to play with me. And I always asked not other drummers but other musicians what they liked about me. The most important things I heard of that other musicians were, you play drums like a musician. That's a very big compliment. You have a very good groove. So, some feathers for me, myself. You know what the message is. And one of my big heroes, I think you know already, is Mr. Steve Gadd. But I have more heroes. Today's topic is about another hero, and that's Mr. John G.R. Robinson. He's one of the most used studio drummers in America. Why? Because that's the most important thing. Why? Because he has a very tight groove and a very good timing. But there is one secret nobody talks about, and I want to share with today. But first, please like and subscribe this video, leave comments, go to my channel and subscribe on my channel. And maybe if you want, but that's only if you really have the urge for it, of course you can do a little donation. My PayPal account is in the comments. That's the business talk. Okay, so what's that big secret? What's that hidden treasure nobody talks about? It's short versus long notes. That's so important, people. It's really style orientated. So John Robinson's main thing actually is R&B and funk music. And I always see the big legends like Greene, Jeff Porcaro, Steve Gadd, James Gadson. Name them all. I forget a lot, but name them all. The big studio drummers of the 80s and the 70s. They have one thing in common, that they play a backbeat that's so tight. And what's that tightness in that backbeat? Is the shortness of that backbeat, the short note. And how do you create a short note? That's really important. And then I come back to Mr. G.R. Robinson, and you can see that on that legendary DVD he had. And he explains a lot of things. He plays match grip, really his thumb at the inside. When he hits the backbeat, he makes a twist, like this. A sweep. And why? Because he wants to play that really short note. And it's a really small detail, but so important. You see Mr. Gadd, who plays traditional, also do that. The most important thing in this is the upstroke. You have to create really to play up. And Mr. John Robinson plays not really up, but he does a little bit his own up motion. He plays on the side. Then he creates that really short note. And what's so special about him, his bass drum technique, he plays heels down always. And he has one of the most beautiful boom, boom. Listen to Don't Stop Till You Get Enough from Michael Jackson. I have a couple of videos with legendary isolated drum tracks of Mr. John Robinson. You really have to check that out. He plays very soft, and he plays his bass drum and his snare drum really short notes. And then he glues it all together with his hi-hat. And his hi-hat plays more a legato, long note. And try to listen to that. Try to use your ears, drummers. Not only your big chop fills, but be a musician. Create some listening. How does that drummer sound? How does he create that groove? That's so important. So, my example of John Robinson, and there's one so important thing in his drumming, and he explains that in that DVD. You can play a very stiff, but you play dance music. So as a drummer, you really has to do the John Robinson magic, he called that he moves, but focus on the snare. So when you play a basic beat, so the snare is not really good in the framing, I see, but you see the twist. It's a really an up motion, and that's the big secret of John Robinson, and a hidden treasure in drum world nobody talks about. Don't share it with other drummers. It's between us, you know. Okay, I hope you liked this video. Please share it and create a drum community, and leave a comment how you think about this topic, and I see you next time. Thank you very much.